Hey people, welcome to another of my movie analysis. So we'll be taking a look at all James Bond films in this video. So we're starting off the original James Bond, Sean Connery. Now put on the suit, smart as Bond, grab a drink, shaking not stirred. We're going to start off with 1962 first installment, Dr. No. James Bond investigates a missing British agent in Jamaica, leading him to meet Dr. No. So back in 1959, Albert R. Chubby Broccoli wanted to adapt James Bond books, written by Ian Fleming, to a film, but Irving Allen, his colleague, didn't have much interest. So Ian Fleming sold the rights to Harvey Saltzman. He previously sold Casino Royale, but not the rest. So they convinced Eon Productions to make the first film, as many Hollywood studios didn't want to because they believe it's too British and too blatantly sexual. In the end, the two signed a deal with United Artists for 100% financial backing and distribution of 7 films. Albert and Harry created a company called Dan Jack, holding the rights of James Bond films. It was originally going to be Thunderball first, but Ian Fleming got taken to the court for copyright over the book. So Eon decided to do Dr. No instead. Brian Forbes, Guy Green, Val Guest and Guy Hamilton got asked to direct this movie, all turned down, so it went to Terence Young. Wolf Mankiewicz and Richard Meinbaum were originally to write the script, partly because of Mankiewicz's help brokering the deal between Broccoli and Saltzman, and because the villain Dr. No was created as a monkey. Wolf Mankiewicz left, so Richard Meinbaum rewrote the script, making it more closer to the novel, with Joanna Harwood and Berkeley Mather working on it. Joanna Harwood in particular being described as a script doctor created with improving the British characterizations. Actors were considered but not chosen for the role as James Bond are Trevor Howard, Stanley Baker, Rex Harrison, David Niven, Richard Burton, Richard Todd, George Baker and Richard Johnson. Patrick McGoohan turned down the role, so Sean Connery got chosen for the role, and he got introduced to the high life, restaurants, casinos and women of London. And Raymond Benson, the writer, described him as young, educated actor in the ways of being dapper, witty, and above all, cool. James Bond, aka 007, is a British MI6 agent, and I think Sean made a fantastic James Bond. The introduction of the character gave me goosebumps.
I admire your luck, Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
Honey Ryder is a local shell diver. She sells Jamaican seashells to dealers in Miami for a living. The actresses were considered for the role are Julie Christie, Martine Beswick and Gabriella Lucudi. So went to Ursula Andress. After the picture of her taken by then-husband John Derrick and Kirk Douglas convincing her to take the part, and her voice gets dubbed by Nikki van der Zyl because of the heavy Swiss-German accent. And I think she's a great character. Both actresses did a great job. Dr. Julius No is a member of Spectre, Special Executive for Counterintelligence, Terrorism, Revenge and Extortion, an evil corporation. Max von Sydow was considered for the role, but he turned it down. Ian Fleming wanted Christopher Lee to take the part because he would look good as the character, but it went to Joseph Wiseman after seeing his performance in Detective Story. He's a great villain. Jack Lord played Felix Leiter, a CIA operative, and the first time Bond met the character in films. Bernard Lee played M, who's the head of British Secret Service. He's fantastic. What a legend. His role got chosen because of being prototypical father figure. Lois Maxwell played Miss Moneypenny, the secretary. Lois got the role to get the money to support her family as her husband was suffering heart attack and expecting to die. Eunice Gayson played Sylvia Trench, a Bond girl who met Bond at the London club. Le Cercle, as they're playing Baccarat, the actress worked with Terence Young before, which is in Zarek. Peter Burton played Major Boothroyd, aka Q, who's the head of Q branch. He did a great job as well. Sadly, that's the only film we see him as Q. John Kidsmiller played Quarrel, who's a Cayman Islander, and John Strangways sent him on a quest to grab rock samples from Crab Key. Anthony Dawson played Professor R.J. Dent, who works for Dr. No. Zena Marshall played Miss Tarot, who's also working for Dr. No, but going undercover as Mr. Playdell Smith's secretary in Government House in Kingston. And I thought it was funny when she spat at Bond.
Be careful of her nail varnish.
Louis Bloser played Playdell Smith, who's a chief secretary at Government House. There's great casting here. Filming took place in Jamaica. I love how they play the theme tunes in any scenes that Bond walks around. I should do that. Let's see what's on. Let's put a football match on. Not stirred, but shaken. The chase scene is often intense, and I found it funny when the guy in the nightclubs looked like he's desperate for the toilet. Bond bashing a spider has a great tune to that. The rock music would fit in. The gun often reminds me of Han Solo's gun. The sets are great. I love Dr. No's line when he said, "Stupid policeman."
Unfortunately, I misjudged you. You are just a stupid policeman.
The fight has done well for its time, and there's a great ending when Bond's let go of the rope on the boat while smooching Honey. And I think it's a fantastic movie. The score by Monty Norman is great, and I picked Dr. No as my favourite Sean Connery's Bond film. The next installment is From Russia with Love.